Good to see you, everyone. My name is Robbie Howell. This is my mother. This is my wife. And today, I'm going to be subjecting her to a new guessing game where she is going to be attempting to figure out the names and powers of various monsters and creatures in one of my favorite games of all time,
Ta-da!
Diablo 2. Now,
I do not know this game.
You don't know this game at all. I don't think you've ever even seen it once.
Ooh, I've watched you play Diablo a couple of times, and I really like naming the creatures.
You've seen it enough times to kind of know what it's about. Diablo is a game from 1999 that is effectively about slaughtering your way through hordes of demons.
And anger management by the look of the
Yes. These ones come in many different shapes and sizes. It's a very colorful game. And you're going to be looking at a number of different enemies in Diablo 2 and guessing what they do.
What do they do?
So here's the rules. I'm going to be showing you 15 Diablo 2 enemies. Yeah. And you have to guess their names and their special powers.
Oh! I don't know anything about the powers.
Yes.
I have to guess their names?
Yep. They have like 5, sometimes like 3 to 5 names, and if you guess anywhere close to any of them, I'll give you a half, like, partial credit. They also can have multiple powers, and this is beyond just, like, hitting you. And just assume everything in this game wants you dead and will kill you. And so, that's pretty much how the game goes. Additionally, you'll get a clue on where you fight the monster. And additionally, you can ask any questions that wouldn't completely give away the answers. You ready to go?
Okay, I'll put on my glasses, which makes me smarter.
Very good. So Dem's the rules, and are you ready to jump in, baby? Let's begin. Your first enemy is going to be this fine fellow.
Oh, it's a mosquito.
You fight him in a jungle. What is this called? And if you think it has multiple names, you can guess a couple of different names.
Bloodsucker.
That's one guess. What's another?
Oh, I hate it. I call it piece of shit.
Pokey face.
That's 2. What's another?
Am I trying to actually get this correct?
Yep.
Bloodfly.
A hot pepper butt. Does it look like a hot pepper?
Blood buzzer. Itchy.
That is a mosquito demon.
Oh my god.
And the subnames Sucker, Feeder, and Bloodwing. That was actually, I will give you 1 point for that. You said Bloodsucker. So I'm going to give you a point for this.
Yay for me.
Nicely done, mother.
I get a point. Yay.
What does it do? What are its special powers?
It makes you itch, and so it has a basic attack. My guess is it gives you disease and blight. It drains you of all energy and power.
To be honest, I'll give you partial credit because it drains your stamina.
I was right.
Yeah. It has a poison attack. Nicely done. Ready for monster number 2?
Monster number 2.
Who's that?
Ooh, he looks very chilly.
You fight him in ice caverns.
I mean, it's a fucking bionicle.
Stalagmite.
Other guesses?
Stalactite.
Could be ice giant, frost demon.
Blue demon.
It's called a frozen horror.
Shitters.
Frost demon was kind of close, so I'll give you half credit. What does he do?
It freezes your ass.
What else does he do?
I think it slows you down, and I think it almost certainly has to deal cold damage.
The hug of slumber. You become so cold you fall asleep and then eventually croak.
I think it does this with its hands at you and like shoots out like some blue sprite effect.
He had those long arms.
Yeah, he does have long arms.
Yeah, his eye poke. Those long fingers can poke you in the eye.
You got one of them, right?
No shit!
Yeah, he freezes you.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you're actually largely correct. It has a breath attack rather than a thingy attack, but I'm going to give you 1.5 points for that. Because you got definitely one answer and kind of 2. Let's move on to monster 3. You ready?
Trois.
What's that?
Oh,
You fight that in the desert.
Scorpion. Some chomper guy.
How's that a
It could
scorpion?
be. No, Spider-Man. He's got 8 legs. Or does he? Or is it more back
10.
there? 10. What the heck and schmeck?
This thing is actually quite large.
Okay.
It's like 3 or 4 times the size of your character.
Wow, it's probably something mother then. Like a pincher mother or something. Pincer mother.
How about terminal mite?
That's excellent.
Thank you.
What do you call it? Termite. Termite queen? Termite queen?
Death jaws.
That's actually like a very Diablo sounding name. It's a sand maggot.
Maggot?
I know it's not a maggot at all.
Maggot?
That's not a worm or a magnet, nor is it a lamprey.
No, it is not.
Have you guys seen animals before?
It looks like an antlion to me. What does it do?
Jaw. Bites your ass and
Puts poison in you.
poison bite.
Can it immobilize you in its jaws?
Sphincter rend.
Gross.
Well, you know.
I also think it makes more of itself.
Mhm.
It's probably like a Flukmarm situation where she makes other ones.
He could do death squash. He goes, jumps and squashes you.
Her abdomen is so rotund. She may also spit acid. Like,
Amazing. You got 2 exactly right. She lays eggs, spits poison, and burrows. They do spit poison, though. I'll give you half credit.
you know, I
got a
gotta
poison
say,
attack.
Okay. I think my attacks were far
I like
superior.
sphincter rend. I'll give you half credit for the poison, though. Let's move on to Monster 4. They're starting to get a little tougher now. You ready? This thing.
How is that as small as it looks?
They're a very small enemy. They're like
looks
half the
like-
size of your character.
It looks like a really messed up echidna.
it's a creature. It's cute.
It's from a moor.
He's wagging
Would you
his
give him a
tail.
pack
He's so friendly.
So what do you think it's called?
Froggo.
Okay.
Battletoad.
It's called Cousin of Echidna.
Webbed hedgehog.
Fucked up kangaroo.
I'll give you Blue Needle, actually.
Hey!
The spike fiend.
Spike fiend.
I'll give you half a point for the
Okay.
Blue Needle. And what do you think it does?
I think it flings the glowing things at you. I think it goes.
Got this nasty ass tail, so it could be, you know,
The
tail
tail looks
slap.
really awful, to be
Tail
honest.
slap.
I think it can also go with its tail.
Poison spike.
Well, it shoots. It shoots quills. And you even got the way it does it, too. It, like, leans over and flings them at you.
Yeah.
And so I think I might give you another half point for that. I will give you a very reluctant half point because at higher difficulties it does have a poison. Monster number 5. Ready?
Fiddle.
What's that? It's in a church.
Okay, so this is called
Fucking drinking fountain.
Greek upheaval.
Fountain of the eternally damned souls.
Column of horror.
Well, it's called a gargoyle trap, and it doesn't have any other names.
It really looks like it should be spitting stuff though,
Honestly,
doesn't
the
it?
drinking fountain was kind of perfect. What do you think it does?
Okay, so what does he do?
What's he do?
He bores you to death. He's like, go ahead, look. Yep. Gone.
Give me
Dead.
give me another guess.
Totally.
I think it garrisons guys, and the guys can shoot their things from the trap.
They predict your astrology and it all says death. And you become convinced and you die.
I mean, it's not going to dispense this pleasant beverage on a hot summer day. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, it shoots fireballs.
Out of
The
where?
mouth.
These guys all jump off and make the column move to point the snake
No, it
mouth
doesn't move. If you get near it. So I'm actually gonna give you half point because they do bore you to death. It's one of the lamest enemies in the game. I hate them. The dispense a pleasant beverage almost gave you a half point. On to Monster 6.
Oh, the
Starting to
face.
get a little more difficult now. What's that?
Oh, is that a biblical angel?
You fight in a jungle.
That's a headache.
I'm gonna guess shimmering hydra.
Know what it looks like? Death scream! There's the uvula. This is bad breath coming out.
Could be dancing lotus.
Oh, kitchen fire. Definitely.
Will of whips.
Nicely done. You got that exactly correct. The shimmering thing wasn't bad too, but I'm really impressed that you actually got will-o-wisp. But they're
That's
also
a
called, they're
will-o-wisp?
also called. What does it do?
Just like imagine it's dark, and then from the corner of your vision,
It sucks your soul out.
it looks like it's quite slow ambiently, and then it goes pa-chow.
It transfixes you, making you totally helpless so that everyone else can fuck you up.
I think that it would take your mana. It would go.
I'll give you a point. It drains your mana, which is close to sucking your soul out.
Sucking your soul!
But these, I can't believe you got the mana drain. Wow. So these things are actually incredibly annoying because they're really fast and are invisible while they're moving.
How are these guys invisible?
They reappear. They are invisible at
Oh, I
first.
see.
Ready for the next one?
Do it.
Number
I should
7?
be getting like a piece of candy for each point.
I'll give you a piece of candy for each point.
Mm.
That's your incentive.
Mm.
What's that?
I mean, it looks like a samurai warrior gone to hell, yeah?
This is Skeletor. No, that's already taken from
Yeah, it's
comic
copyright.
books. Okay, so, but it's going to be something like that.
Skeleton samurai?
Armor Bones.
Skeleton warrior.
Hell Knight. Demon Templar.
Abyss Knight. You nailed it.
Yay for me!
I think I'm gonna give you.
Yay for
I'm gonna
me!
give you 2 points. Nicely
Yay,
done.
yay
Very
for
good.
me!
What does he do?
Clearly, it shoots a lightning ball at you.
He zaps you with lightning. Whick.
Would it slow your movement? No, lightning shouldn't slow your movement. Lightning, it's probably got explosive lightning bolts.
He does throw down the gauntlet and makes you do a dance contest with him. He must do something that burns.
Let's see what it does. It has like 1 billion powers. It has a elemental blast attack that changes between elements. So I'm actually going to give you a point because you had the lightning and burning thing down,
That's
and I'll
true.
combine those into an elemental blast.
No dance contest, though. What's wrong with this game? They should have consulted me.
They should have. Let's move on to the next one. Number 8. Who's that? You fight him in a tomb.
Lord.
Call him dehydrated dentist.
Abyssinian Chad. I mean, look at that
That
jaw.
rippled
Look at that
physique.
rippled physique.
I don't know what you're talking
Tomb
about.
warrior?
Okay.
Tomb warrior?
Very legitimate.
You can also call him Socky. He's got, socks on. He's like, hey, if I keep my socks on, I stay warm.
It's
You
true.
know?
Horse face on.
What's the name of the Egyptian?
The jackal god?
Yeah,
Anubis.
the Anubis Reaper.
That's actually kind of a cool name.
I feel like it guards something.
Let's take a
Mummy
look.
guard? Mummified guard?
Greater Mummy. But Guardian is one of its names. I think between that and Mummy Guard, I'll give it to you. That's a point.
Wait a minute, ho, ho, ho. Mummy, where's the mummy part? Like, where's the rest of his rapping?
What do you think he does?
He
Besides hit
slashes
you.
the hell out of you.
Besides that part.
Okay, that's gonna have a poison blade.
Given that it's a greater mummy, my guess is there are lesser mummies. And my guess is it summons the lesser mummies.
And then he bites your face. His face biter.
And
Okay, what else does it do?
think that it uses its dental pick and like impales you with it. And then blames you for not flossing often.
Oh, he's got a tongue in there
Look at
too.
that nasty tongue.
Oh, so gives you a big Frenchie.
And I think that it can hit you with spells because Hollow One sounds like someone who would, give spells, and I think it's actually pretty powerful.
Let's take a look. I'll give you a point. Specifically because he does have poison breath, and you kind of got there between the bite and the poison
Frenchie
attack.
of death.
Yeah. It does raise and effectively summon undead. It has an unholy bolt. You missed the poison breath, but I'll give you 1.5 points for that. You got close. You got really
The
close.
poison breath, I should have known.
I still take great offense with the greater mummy. I am the greater mummy.
You're doing like way better than I thought you would, frankly.
Wait a minute, I should make up names for myself.
Old man.
Fetid Thespian. That's good.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Monster number 9.
Number 9.
Who's
Number 9.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my god.
You fight it in hell.
I would imagine so. Okay, it looks like he's got one big titty right in the center.
It has boobs,
It
but
do.
it's so pointy.
His name is Bestial Bovine.
Swipe hag. Grab hag.
He's called Breast Beast.
Thursday night special at the local strip club.
Harpy. A harpy. So he's Hell Harpy.
A vile mother. But you did get the hag. I'll give you half a point for that. You're not a vile mother. You're a greater mummy.
I'm a greater mommy.
So what does this one do?
It sprays milk all over you. Poison milk. Poison milk. She's got flame breath.
A good guess.
It births little shitty things that comes at you.
That's all it does. Yep.
Oh, for Pete's sake. And again with the birthing the spawn.
Yep, there's a lot of enemies that do
Oh,
this.
for Pete's sake.
You got it fast, too.
It's the teats, Rob.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
know.
teats.
You can't go wrong. On to Monster 10. Ready? What's that?
How big is it?
One of the smaller enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks pretty awesome. I think I will call him Troy.
Lesser imp.
Red Demon.
And a final guess?
Hot Hellster.
They're called a Fallen. I think, like, you got kind of close, but I don't think I can quite give it to you. But they do have names of Devilkin
Devilkin.
and Dark One.
Oh, Devilkin, come here, honey. Oh, she cute.
What does it do?
I think it's shitty, and it looks like it would have a lot of knockback.
He does an attack called Pogo Stick, where he jumps up and bashes you with that.
And I think it's not very strong. I don't think it has special powers.
Any other guesses?
And Shield Fling decapitates you. Maybe his horns, he goes down and it shoots out lightning, zaps you.
You are pretty much correct. It runs away. They're one of the weakest enemies in the
But
game.
he looks so awesome.
I know, he's one of the weakest enemies
That's
in
a
the game.
disappointment once again.
Because it really doesn't have any powers besides being a chicken. Alright, let's take a look at number 11. For number 11, we have this fella. You fight these in a weird hellish portal.
What the heck?
As well as on a frozen tundra.
Duck penis.
What's his name?
Posterior pustule.
Angry ball.
Poison horn.
That's also a decent guess. Give me one more.
Spiked ogre.
Is that his dick?
It looks kind of like it. It could be, frankly. Diablo monsters are kind of extra.
Horn pipe.
So great guesses, honestly, but no.
Minion.
Is
He's
it-
a minion
He's
with a
Bale's
sword like
minion.
that.
And what do you think he does?
His pustules explode, poison.
What do you think his powers are?
I don't think he has very many powers. I think he has the ability to, like, curl up into a ball and roll at you.
An icicle comes flying out of his dick.
And I think it can do, like, a ground pound or something.
He's definitely got poison bite. Look at those teeth.
I
He needs
know.
to see, seriously,
Yeah.
periodontist. I think this.
Those are great guesses. It doesn't actually have any powers of its own. Instead, another monster makes it stronger.
Again, disappointment. Again.
This is the first one you've missed points on. Really, really good. Number 12. We're getting to the harder ones. What's that?
Okay, he's
Are you getting yourself in the mindset?
I am Tin Taurus.
That's a great name.
Minotaur Knight. Angry Paladin.
Bestial Bovine.
That's a good guess too.
Armored Oxen.
Those are all better than what it actually is. These ones are lame. It's just a lord. Really quite lame, right?
Okay.
Bestial
Whatever.
bovine.
I think all three of mine
I'm
beat
gonna
the
go-
heck out of that.
I liked Tin Taurus the best. What do you think he does?
It probably, like... I mean, it clearly hits you.
Oh, yes.
It's hard to concentrate when he's doing
I
this
know, he's
sort
wiggling.
of grooving thing. So, where are you fighting him?
You're fighting him in Ice Cavern.
He freezes you with his horns and then throws you up and you shatter to a million pieces.
It's probably tanky as...
Yeah, there's no hints here whatsoever.
No,
He's-
this one's not easy.
Okay, so I think that he's got lightning that comes out of these things in the back.
It's real strong and real tanky, and maybe it can summon, like, its followers or something from another room.
Now, that would be really cool, but instead he goes berserk. I liked your horn charge idea, even though I don't think I'd want to fight it.
Disappointment on my face.
Yeah.
Disappointment every place.
Now to 13. I think you'll like this one. Oh, this guy. You fight him in hell.
Orgasm of hell.
Oh, it undulates.
Yes, it does.
Oh, I don't like that.
Burning corpuscle.
I'm going to guess that it's some sort of ghoul. I could also see it being called something like vamp fly for some reason.
That's a great guess as
Mana
well.
wraith.
Blood clot.
Those are honestly great names.
Thank you.
He's a finger mage. I'm gonna give you partial credit on orgasm, to be perfectly honest.
Oh.
What do you think it does?
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Well, I have to say his other names. He strangles you.
I think it goes, and then like a fireball comes out, or like a mana ball goes.
He's got lightning. He casts lightning bolts with his massive fingers.
It might like ensnare you so you can't move.
Mm-hmm.
He swallows you in doom.
I'll give you partial credit on the lightning. He does fire a homing missile that drains your mana. Again, in the right direction, but not quite there. The hard ones are turning out to be a little bit harder, which I'm glad. You were doing so well, I thought you'd just plow through them. That brings you up to 10 points, I believe.
10 and a half?
10 and a half. Yes, you're right. 10 and a
Okay.
half. 14. What's this guy?
Whoa!
Skull Kid.
You fight them for the first time in sewers.
Art attack. Got a paintbrush.
He's kind of cute.
Leo said the same.
Looks like they're annoying as fuck to deal with though. Like, if my house had an infestation with it, I would probably be like, "Oh, you're adorable," and I'd put out poison for it.
Like, I can't tell. Is that like armor that he's wearing?
Oh no, he's not wearing anything.
Oh.
He's a little skeleton.
Sphere Kid.
Let's call him Mean Bones.
Pike Boy.
Jumpy Guy.
And give me one more.
Skelistabber.
It's called a bone fetish. I'll give you partial credit. Mean Bones does have bone in it. And so that brings you up to 11
Indeed
points.
it does.
What does he do?
I think there's a lot of them, and I think they swarm you, and they go.
I think that his blade is dripping with poison.
Is there another meaning for the word fetish?
Yes.
What does it mean?
Like a charm or a talisman.
Oh, so it probably hex you.
It coaxes you into a feeling, a false sense of security by doing a very cute routine, and then it shoves its spear up your ass.
That's a great guess. That's really cool. I wish they did that because they're the worst. These things are unbelievably fast. When they die, they explode.
So wait a minute. What do these names have anything to do with any of that?
Nothing. But you were totally correct on their strategy, and you were correct in saying that they are one of the most annoying enemies in the game. I think that if you polled all Diablo 2 players, they would say these are the most annoying enemies in the game. You have 11
Good thing this
puntos.
isn't. Good thing this is not a competition.
You do get candy though, so
I
you
do
better
get
be
candy.
trying. And the last monster. What's that? Fight him in a palace cellar.
I dated a guy like that once.
Oh my god, he got nipple tassels.
Yes, you do.
I would call him Flailing Moron.
There's one.
Looks like an ogre.
What else would you guess?
Wiki. A little candle wick for a head.
Kind of does.
It could be like ogre servant,
Hello, ogre.
troll's slave, minion.
I mean, those are not terrible guesses, but he's actually a blunderboar. Honestly, yours were pretty good.
I like Erdar the best. I wish
Erdar.
I came up with
He
that
looks.
one.
What does it do?
Okay, well, the aura, I read his aura. He's actually a gentle, simple soul. I bet you he has, like, electrical stuff going on. Testicle zap. And he turns and farts in your direction, and that blinds you.
I think it stuns you.
Correct. Nicely done.
Like I was saying, testicle zap. I mean, that would totally stun
I'll give you
you.
the most generous half credit. Oh, I guess you did. Hell Ogre was not horrifically far off. But wouldn't you know it? It's the boss round. All of a sudden, 3 more coming in at you. You ready to go? Boss number 1. These are going to be a lot harder. Who's this? You fight this one in a desert burrow.
Termite queen.
I call him Seth.
Whoopee cushion.
Terminal Midas.
And her name?
Maggot mother.
Coldworm the Burrower.
There is nothing warm about like
No.
it.
Yours are, again,
That
great
look
guesses.
cold.
Doesn't look cold at all. What do you think she does?
So one of the things that she does with her undulating bottom is she digs the hole, she lays a bunch of bibbies.
She probably digs underground. Like she's like, "Heh," and then she goes.
It farts fire bombs at you.
She creates more minions.
Could be further off. It births sand maggots.
I did it!
You got one?
I did it!
Yeah. And then she literally sits there and does nothing, and then when she dies, she shoots out frost and poison.
I was right about the whoopee cushion.
Yep, you got one. I'll give you
shot
1
that.
point for that. Ready? Boss number 2.
Mm.
Now, who is this? You fight her in a graveyard.
Ah, she's hot bitch from hell.
That's a Friday night special.
They call her Necromancer Knockers.
I don't know. Margaret the Archer or something.
That is the Caracaris Warrior.
Maybe a name a little bit sexier. Cindy the Archer. Hawk Eyes or something like that. Or like Crow. Raven. Fucking, she could be Raven. Eagle Scout.
Good job. Blood Raven.
Not
I will
bad.
consider a half point if you get close on this next one. What does she do? Besides shoot you.
She looked like she's a mage, and so her arrows probably do damage in more ways than one.
She gets all seductive, and then just as you get close and reach out, her titties poison darts.
That's a Wile E. Coyote tear trap. Right
My guess is she's super fast.
Could be
I see the look in
arrow,
your eye.
fire, poison, lightning, ice cubes. Let's choose one. Let's choose. It's going to be a flaming thunderbolt. What else could be? Speak to me, Raven. Maybe she's super fast. Maybe she is so fast she leaves trails of fire behind her.
That was your best round yet. You
Really?
got several of her powers. She is fast, and she has special arrows.
Yay for me!
That's great.
Yay for me!
I'm gonna give you 2.5 points for the round. You get 2 for these, and then I'll get the half point.
Where's the blood though?
Yeah, I know. It's kind of random.
It's
The
just
last
like, oh,
one,
she's wearing red.
precisely. Who's this? You fight him in a mystical fortress.
Sigma Grindset. That's who he is. He's the ultimate Sigma.
Okay, this is
Arthritis
like
man.
Shiva's evil brother. Shiva's
I didn't
evil
even think of
brother, Diva.
Like Inoob or something like that. I don't know. I just feel like his name would have an E and a in there somewhere.
Yeah, he definitely has one of those deep voices. You
I can tell you what he sounds like.
He talks kind of like this.
And he laughs a lot.
Sing me something in that.
It must have been cold there in my shadow.
It kind of looks like his butt is here. It's like he's like turned around.
He has 2 more legs and back as well.
Tough for wiping. Yeah.
You have these handy appendages, don't you?
Yeah. Maybe that's just toilet paper. Maybe he just carries it around with him.
Skull Collector.
That's a fine name.
Warlock warrior.
That's Bale.
That's Ball?
Yeah. Remember Bale's minion earlier? Well, that's the guy.
Ball does not look like that.
He should be called Inoob, though, to be perfectly
He should be
honest.
called Inoob.
Another disappointment. Date from hell. That would also be another one.
What does he do?
I'm taking out your daughter.
He distracts you with his very shiny pendulum.
A wide variety of nastiness. All elements involved, definitely surrounding you with an orb of nastiness.
He looks like he will say, and then like, you know? Like, I think that's one of his attacks.
Then he's got this cute little girdle. Girdle of death.
I think he can also step on you, like.
Those are some pointy feet. Lovely. And what's the last thing he does?
Nose picker. He picks up and grabs you by your schnoz.
And I think he can slightly lower the temperature in the office now that he has a nice little fleece.
I'll give you partial credit.
Well, no,
He
he's
does,
got.
a,
Look
he,
at
does
all.
a, he does a shitload of things. But he does have a wide variety of elemental attacks. And so I'll give you a half point on that one. The way that you did is exactly how he does the mana drain. He makes a clone of himself as a bitch because he can't tell which is the real one.
Who would want to clone that?
Oh, the clone is just a decoy clone.
It fights too. And with that, we come to the end. Thank you very much for playing, Mother. You did a great job. You did really well. I'm like actually kind of stunned how well you did. And as promised, let me go grab your.
No, you don't have to give me candy. I won't eat it anyway. But show them. Show the kids.
I did actually have
Look,
candy.
Look.
The kids.
Almond of friendship. Yummy, yummy.
The only people who
yummy.
play this game are in their 30s at this point.
Almond of friendship.
And in seriousness though, how do you think you managed to get so many right?
The designers did a really great job of sort of like telegraphing what the monster is supposed to do.
Fully agree.
You know, just getting in the mindset of Diablo. I think that's the key with everything, right? You have to sort of be willing to go to ugly places.
Thank you for playing, baby.
You're
And
very
thank you
welcome.
all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, my name is Robbie Howell.
My name is Mommy Howell.
This is the kind of hot takes on Age of Empire you subscribed for, isn't it?
Ciao for now.